Hello. Usually, on Sundays, I usually either don't upload on Sundays or I might put a couple videos out. But this Sunday, I wanted to touch on an issue that is definitely relevant, not just in the country, but in the world. We're talking about the obvious situation about the things that are going on in Minnesota with the death of George Floyd. But before we go to George Floyd, we cannot forget about Breonna Taylor or Ahmaud Arbery. Rest in peace to both of them. We also cannot forget about I forgot the dude's name that was related to Breonna Taylor that actually shot at the police but got his charges dropped. Shout out to him. But if you somehow are living under a rock and you have no access to the internet or social media, you know about the George Floyd situation. If you don't, I'll give you a little bit of backstory. So, St. Paul, somewhere in Minneapolis, Minnesota, you got 4 cops, 1 black man. Black man by the name of George Floyd. They tried to say that George Floyd, he was cashing in a bad check. I guess the store owner called the police on him because he was trying to cash an illegitimate check. And then the police altercation ends up in George Floyd being face down on the ground with the cops. One of the cop's name is Derek Chauvin. His knee is on his neck, pressed on his neck for almost 9 minutes. And this Derek Chauvin character, he has a history of 12 police brutality assaults on his review record, like on his record as a police officer. I'm pretty sure a few of them were fatal. So this man already has a checkered history. And then it was found out that Derek and Floyd used to work together at a factory back in the day. So I don't know, maybe it was some bad blood, maybe it was some beef or something. But then you can hear, if you play the video, I'm not going to play the video. I've seen the video one time. I do not want to see it again because it's just, I hate seeing black people, just people like me in that position. It's just disheartening. You see him crying out to his mom, talking about he can't breathe, just very sad. And then, in response, as charges were not immediately pressed on Derek, 3 days later, the charges were pressed. He is charged with 3rd-degree murder and manslaughter. If you don't know what 3rd-degree murder is basically, you did something with the intent to hurt somebody, but you didn't mean to kill him. So we're not going to be as hard on you as we were if it was 1st degree, if you had the intent to kill. Maybe you wanted to hurt him, but you didn't want to kill him, even though he was on his neck for 9 minutes, blocking the trachea on his neck so he couldn't breathe. And new photos actually revealed that it was not just him, but 3 officers. So 3 200-pound men restraining you down. One got his whole force of his leg, his whole body is on this dude's neck. So obviously not a very positive situation. So in response, there have been a lot of riots in Minnesota, not just in Minnesota, but all over the world, all over the country. Even in other countries like Japan and China have been under serious riots. And if you didn't remember, we are in the midst of a global pandemic. So this is just another rung on the ladder of terrible things that have happened in 2020. To be honest, I feel like we should just throw 2020 away as a year, because this year has been complete and utter crap. Like seriously, I'm tired of 2020 already. I'm tired of it. So, as a result of the riots, there have been numerous videos of people looting in stores, burning down businesses, police precincts, destroying banks, destroying fast food restaurants. So, my take, I'm going to give you the good side and the bad side. I'm going to start on the good side because I was going to bring positivity into it first. The good thing. Finally, us as black people, we stopped putting on a show. What I mean is, like, I'm sick of the singing. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of black people getting on social media singing these Negro spiritual songs. I heard all these lonely songs, crying for help, all these poems. Oh, I'm black, but black is something that they don't like. Or it's, oh, officer, please don't shoot me. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up. Like, I'm sick of people begging for something. Because obviously, begging is not going to get you anywhere. We've been begging since Martin Luther King. He started the movement of begging. We was begging white people to grant us equal, to desegregate. We was drinking from separate water fountains for Christ's sake. Like, we had a colored water fountain and I can't tell you how much I hate that word colored, but we had a colored water fountain and we had a white water fountain. We had black schools and we had white schools. We had areas that you knew if you were black and you got caught in, you were not going to make it. So we begged, we marched, we sang, we just singing and marching and singing and marching, singing, marching, praying. Listen, praying works. But my thing is, the Bible does say, regardless of what religion you believe in, faith without works is dead. So if you just steady praying, you steady singing, you steady marching, you're not putting no real work in, then you just wasting oxygen, and you running out, you walking out, your feet are hurting for no reason. You're hurting your feet marching. You know what I'm saying? You're not really serving no purpose. Obviously, Martin Luther King did get laws changed. So that's one thing y'all cannot rag on him, because people love talking about, oh, Martin Luther King didn't do nothing. He got a whole law changed. He basically made it possible for interracial marriage. He made it possible for he desegregated schools. So you can't say that he didn't change anything. Of course, somebody's like, Malcolm X was the better one. Malcolm X really did something. Bro, Malcolm X was underneath Elijah Muhammad, the one that was accused of doing a whole lot of stuff with little girls. So he was not on the straight and narrow. Of course, he was militant, but then he got killed by his own people. So before his movement really got a chance to get steam, he got killed by a lot of his own people. So the good thing, we finally stopped singing. We finally stopped dancing. We finally stopped putting on a show. We you got to take it to them. Like, stop all these theatrics. Like, you have to show people that you really mean it. Like, we've sang, we've rapped, we've made poems, we've worn shirts, we've created hashtags, we've done all this social media stuff, but it doesn't matter unless you do something. All you're doing is you're just raising awareness. What else are you doing? Okay, people know about it, but what are you doing to stop it? Okay, just because somebody knows about it doesn't mean they're gonna stop it. But we have to look at the bad things. In my mind, do we have a lot of bad things? Number one, social media is also doing terrible. We got a few things in social media. I can really go for 35 minutes on social media. Number one, this race baiting agenda that the media is always trying to play. The media is always trying to pit the whites against the blacks and turn it into some type of race evil, another pre-civil rights, and then maybe another race, trying to start another race war. Like, the blatant race baiting by the media is so obvious that you got to be blind not to see it. You got to be blind. There's no way you don't notice it. It's always, oh, you see what the white dude did? You see what the white dude did to the black guy? You see what the white dude did to the black? I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm just saying it's just race baiting, just blatant race baiting. And then you have a president that all he does is tweet about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? You see riots in your country and you say, oh, these thugs. You just tweeting. You called the people of Charlottesville very fine people. These were alt-right neo-Nazi type people who were rioting. One car ran over a woman and killed her in the Charlottesville riots. You got alt-right, far-right people, what's the Antifa? Them type of people were rioting in the streets. protesting white power, white power, white power. But they're very fine people. We see where your head is at. The second one, again with social media, with these riots, we don't know who is who. You got the people that are actually really fighting for the cause, that are really down for it. And I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate, especially all the white people that are there. Like I've just never seen this amount of white people at a Black Lives Matter rally. But I appreciate everything. I appreciate them coming to stand up. I appreciate that they had the Amish people. They got the Amish people to come out of hiding. Because you know the Amish people are disconnected from the world everywhere. You got the Amish people to come out in support of George Floyd. So definitely, thanks to everyone who is not black who is supporting the cause. Like I said before, your sympathy is welcome, but me personally, I don't need it. Because we know that you don't understand. We know that you sympathize. That's all we need. We need you to sympathize. I don't need you to understand. I need you to sympathize. I just need you to. I need you to understand. I just don't need you to sympathize. Be like, oh, I feel so bad for you. I understand my white privilege. I've been embarrassed by my white privilege at times. No, you haven't. Like, don't stop trying to. No. Like I've seen people do it. Like I've been so embarrassed by my blatant white privilege. Oh my gosh, I've been so embarrassed. But okay. But anyway, like I know somebody's like, well, he's racist against white people. No, it's just, bro, you got to recognize pandering when you see it. Like, stop. You don't have to pander to us. You don't have to pander. That's it. But then again, like I said earlier, we have the people that are actually really down for the cause. Then you got the people who are just trying to be on social media, just trying to act like they're the next Malcolm X. They're the next, you know what I'm saying, the next big revolutionary. Like, see, look, I'm out here. They'd be like in the street, be like, hey, yo, fam, I'm out here, bro. Look at us. We out here, bro. We out here protesting the police. And then these are the same people that when the police is beating on somebody, they sitting there recording. See, yo, why are you beating on him? Why are you beating on him, Officer Lewis? I'm going to report you to the authorities. Why are you beating on him? Like, instead of recording the dude, why don't you help him? Stop recording everything. Stop recording something. Recording ain't going to do nothing. You obviously, the cops, you've seen all these images where they've been caught on camera doing it, and they still get off. So obviously recording hasn't done anything. They have body cams on. But still, recording doesn't do anything. So what are you going to get out of recording him beat somebody instead of helping him? Maybe instead of helping him, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they band together, you bail the dude out. But geez, like, stop recording these officers doing it. Just help them. Stop recording. That's all y'all do is just, look, he's beating somebody up. See, you know what I'm saying? I'm recording. I'm doing a job. I'm doing my job. I'm recording. And you see, they even putting people in jail for recording. So, you know what I'm saying? Is that really worth it? Is it really worth it to have that? So you're going to have an image of somebody getting beat daggone to death in your phone. Like, that's evidence now. Also, we don't just have the fake revolutionaries. We have the CIA agents. We have the plants. We have the agents that are planted in there. As you've seen, I'm sure you've seen some of the videos where they've had undercover cops that have started the riots. Like, you saw that video where the one dude who was knocking out the windows, the dude, come on, that's so obvious. Dude had an all black hat. Dude had all black on, black hoodie, black pants, gas mask, and an umbrella in 80-some degree weather. Like, bro, you can't get more obvious. They just knocking down windows. You got the cops, and you got the other dudes, the Antifas, the real alt-right, the white supremacist group that's been vandalizing buildings, and then calling it, and then saying that it's the black people to try to demonize the black people. Also about the vandalization. You really expect me to believe that y'all burnt down, these protesters, they burned down the police precinct, but they couldn't storm the dude's house, even though 9 times out of 10 it would have been empty. But you telling me that you burned down the police precinct, So the police precinct was just empty. Like, come on, why would the police precinct be empty? That's the place where they get all the guns, all the armor, all the military equipment that they basically have. Because you know these police is daggone near military at this point. They got military trucks. They got ARs. They got bulletproof vests. Like, come on, these is basically street military at this point. So you can't tell me that they left the precinct unguarded, or unless they burn it. They burnt it on purpose to make it seem like these people are really doing what they're doing. I don't know. Remember, you might have forgot that we're in a global pandemic. We're in a global pandemic, and you got thousands of people gathered when it's supposed to be social distancing. Remember, it's supposed to be social distancing. 6 feet away. Give me 6 feet. Give me 6 feet. You remember that? Do you remember? 6 feet apart. That's what we were supposed to have, 6 feet. But you got people huddled in groups, and people out here, the police getting beat. People huddled in groups, and the police they right there with the police, just looking right at the police. And the thing is, I know it's good cops, and I know it's good cops, but they can't speak out. Cause you speak out, you lose that job, and that's government benefits too. That's a state job too, so that's benefits. So you better keep your mouth shut, or them benefits is going bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? But I can't justify the looting. And I know some people's like, well, maybe they shouldn't loot the black. Maybe they should just not loot the black-owned businesses and just loot the white businesses. Or maybe they shouldn't loot at all. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So you just loot them. Okay, I don't care if you do it with Brother Bob over here, but don't do the business that they started. Like, that don't make sense. Why are you, like, also the other type, the people that just using this for an opportunity to go outside because we've been on lockdown for 75% of 2020, because it's June right now, and we've been on lockdown since March. So it's basically, we've been on lockdown 3 or 4 months. So people want to get out of the house. People want to just cause destruction. They have nothing. They think it's just civil unrest, so they just riot. They just loot. You notice how they always done. It's always been looting in every type of Black Lives Matter related protests. Everyone. Just think about it. Freddie Gray in Baltimore, they looted. In Missouri, Mike Brown, they looted. You know, like, bro, like, how can you? And I'm not singling out just the black people, because there's white people doing it too. Don't think I'm just singling out black people. It's white people doing it too. The looting is not helping nobody, and plus y'all are basically helping the stores out, because now they can call the insurance company and be like, insurance, these people damaged our property. They looted, they stole our merchandise and damaged our store. I think we can get how much in damages? Oh, we can give you $50 million in damages, even though your store is worth about maybe $5 million. So they just made $45 million off y'all indirectly, because y'all looting and stealing and robbing. Like, this whole situation is crazy. Like, I don't understand. I don't even know where we go from here, because I keep forgetting that we're in the midst of a whole pandemic. I keep forgetting. Like, at this point, the days barely matter now, because we've been locked down for 3 months. Like, I'm just like, I forget what day of the week it is. I'll be forgetting what day of the week it is, because it's like, what else is there to do but stay home? What else is there to do? Like, people like, this whole situation just screams just staged. I'm not talking about the death. I'm not talking about George Floyd getting killed. I'm talking about just everything preceding that. Everything just screams staged. Like, how? Like, what else are you gonna throw at us all of a sudden? What else is going to be thrown at us now in 2020? That's my thing. What else is going to be thrown at us? Because I don't what else? What else can they do now? What is it going to be? What, a plane? Or it's going to be a helicopter that's crashing into the White House or something? Like, what else can you do? And now it's every city in America. They looting in every city. All these major cities, they're looting and destroying they got people in my home state, Delaware. They got people blocking freeways, interstates, man. Like, bro, I understand a lot of people was really about it, but a lot of these people was doing it for social media clout. Like, stop posting on Instagram where if you want the riots. Don't post on Instagram if you want the riots. Like, oh, look at me, I'm out here, bro. Look at me, I'm out here, bro. I'm out here. Like, a lot of y'all doing it for clout. A lot of y'all don't really care. You're doing it for clout. You're doing it for, oh, see you, I see you for the cause, bro. You really for the cause, bro. Like, a lot of y'all are doing it for social media clout. Y'all doing it to make people think that you're really about the people when you're really not. Like I see right through a lot of y'all. Like, when you just sit back and look, you can see through everybody. Like, I see through it. Like, I'm not buying what you're selling. But I don't know how the situation is gonna get resolved. I mean, my best solution would be to maybe establish a meeting with your chief of police, with your mayor, with your governor, with your politicians, with someone that can actually change a law instead of singing, dancing, yelling and cursing at the police. Because 9 times out of 10, these police don't come from your community, so they don't care about your struggle. You gotta hit the head first. You can't worry about what's going on down here. The police is gonna do what the governor and all them tell them to do anyway. If you want change, go to the governor, go to the mayor, go to your town hall and get a meeting with the mayor. Sit down with the mayor. Sit down with the secretary, with the attorney general of your state. Sit down with the police chief. Sit down with somebody that can make a difference. Really, that's the best thing. Sit down, make a difference. And then you know how phony these celebrities are. You know how phony some of y'all people. Y'all people are basically like, oh, this celebrity didn't make an Instagram post, so obviously they don't care about it. You see how hypnotized people are with celebrities now? Just because Jay-Z and LeBron didn't post on Twitter about it, that they don't care about it. And they really cancel people. Like, this cancel culture is wild. They'll cancel somebody because they don't say anything. Oh, see, silence is approval. Silence is approval. Not all the time. Maybe you just don't have nothing to say about it. Why does everything need to be addressed? You know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't need to be addressed. And also I'm gonna show you how phony they are. Cause they talking about, T.I. was talking about Blackout Tuesday with like the music industry. Don't buy anything on Tuesday when you know that most of the albums come out on Friday, so you still gonna get them Friday sales. Like, don't buy nothing on Tuesday. What's so significant about a Tuesday? Buy it on a day where you know people. Do it on a day where you know people is selling stuff. Do it on a Friday when these albums drop, and people don't buy your album. Oh wait, you can't do that because then you want people to buy your albums and you get your sales up. You're just drumming up sales. Like, I don't trust T.I. I don't trust a lot of these celebrities, man. But that's just my opinion on the George Floyd situation. This is probably a video. This video is probably longer than I thought it was going to be. I didn't know I was this long-winded, but maybe if you want these type of videos, just, you know what I'm saying, let me know. Drop some comments how you feel, because I read all the comments, so we can have a debate in the comment section all you want. But anyway, thanks again. Stay safe, have a great day. Stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.